Okay, everybody. Last discussion board for the semester. This one's basically on customer retention and loyalty. Um, the first thing I want to address here is the employees because employee incentives say we do an employee of the week and give out, a $25 Amazon gift card. Makes a big difference to people, especially when you're doing it weekly. Um, other than that, do employee meetings once a week where you're specifically asking them, hey, did I miss something? Is there something that we could do better? Is there something we could improve upon? Make sure that they know that their opinion is valued in that company as well, because they're the front line of defense with the customers. So, training them to be able to put out fires as well is something that, I can't go that far into depth with that one, but just always ask your staff for input. Ask them where they see weaknesses. Ask them where they see strengths. Praise them for their help, and delegate them a little responsibility when they show the initiative. You got happy, hardworking people there, then the clients are going to know that. Next, I would say that I would take all the information that we have in the system, tells us everything, ace, rage, sex, everything. And we can look at that in terms of who do we have, who's left, who's staying, all of that. We can even put it into a mapping program and send direct mailers out to areas of town that we're missing maybe diversities of people. Um, Other than that, I've got that, incentives really motivate people. I'm a really money motivated person, but if we get in there and we have like a board up on the wall and, there's several columns and you can go over and say, okay, I'm going to choose this one. And it says that you're going to lose 10% body fat in this amount of time. Well, we incentivize this clients as well, okay, you met your goal, you get a half a month for free at the gym or a free t-shirt or whatever, and then, okay, I completed my workout series and I came 4 days every week for a full month. Okay, you get this many points. But just a lot of different things that you can do to incentivize people to actually keep coming back. Classes, most gyms have classes nowadays, and I would like to make them a little bit more readily available for everyone, because I've been to places where they have cycling classes. They're a little bit hard for me because I just not as active as some of those people, but have different levels from low impact to high impact. I mean, for things like cycling, we can have specific things for seniors that are on the trend of moving upwards as far as staying more actively healthy as they get older now. And then, of course, we do still have to take care of the meatheads, the lifters, so, but I would probably have that in a separate area, maybe a soundproof glass room, so that they're not a disruption to the rest of everybody, but still have somewhere they can go. Daycare. These people already pay for daycare if they have kids, and if you have kids, you know how much it costs. Provide free daycare. Even if you're not open, say you close at 10, you're back at 6, most people can fit that into their lives, especially if they have kids, because they're usually asleep between those hours. Um, Cleanliness. Now, this is aside from maintenance. I'm OCD, and I would have somebody, basically what I have is I'd have a floater. They'd be walking around the floor at all times, checking the equipment, wiping it down, checking the bathrooms, because people change in there, walk around barefoot, get in the showers. I want it to be pristine. I don't want to hear from anyone that it wasn't as clean as they would like, and by having a floater walk around that can take care of those things, they can do that. And then they can also look at the equipment. So if maybe a piece of equipment isn't functioning right, or maybe one of the clients doesn't know how to use it completely right and just doesn't want to ask for help, be a really good way to get involved with them and show them that and find out what their goals are and maybe make a couple recommendations on some things for them to do. Um, Other than that, I'd offer a monthly meeting. You know, Employees can come, clients can come. I'll be there myself as the owner, and it's just an open discussion. How's everybody doing? What have you seen that you've liked? Is there anything you don't like? Is there any equipment or anything that we don't offer that you would like to see us present to you? Is there any issues that you might want to address with us so that we can better serve you as a client? And by doing things like that, it gives them a sense of entitlement almost to, that loyalty, like they almost own a little part of it because they get to help make the decisions. But another thing is just always ask for input. One person alone can't come up with every great idea in the world. You never know if it's going to be a client that walks in the door or a new staff member or an older staff member that's going to come up with a really good idea that you just didn't think of. And by allowing them to have that freedom to help, also ties back into loyalty. If you've got a boss just telling you, no, 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 I've got it all, you don't want to work for that guy. Or if you're at a gym and you approach the owner and say, hey, I think, if you guys did like this, and they just blow you off, you're not going to want to be there. But if you're actually keeping an open door policy and communicating properly with your staff and your customers, that's an integral little machine right there that'll just keep running a lot better for a long time to come. Um, Other than that, I've just got you've got to be developing more effective personal relationships with your customers. So I would give everybody a key fob so when they walked in the front door, the people at the front desk know exactly what their name is, comes up with their picture so we don't have any mistakes, and they can be like, "Oh, hey Josh, thanks for coming in today. It's good to see you. If you need anything, just let us know, and you just walked in the door and they remembered your name. That doesn't happen very often. So now, last but not least, my most important point is under promise, over produce. If somebody comes into me and they want me to tell them what I can do for them, I'm going to tell them that I can, like to say I can do this, I'm going to tell them I can do this so that when they do this, those expectations have not only been met, but they've been exceeded. It's a very, very simple tactic. I've used it in sales. I've used it in a lot of different things. But if you set somebody's expectation levels here and you provide them with this, they're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Especially when you're inviting them in to tell you what could change, making sure they're part of the system and rewarding them for doing a good job of working out, referral bonuses, everything. But the place has to be spotless. It has to be clean. We're going to be doing a walkthrough, checking the equipment in the morning and at night. Because if we catch a piece of machinery that goes down and we notice it at night, that gives the manager or me, the owner, a chance to get things moved, situated, or a new piece of equipment in there before the customers even notice. But once again, that's kind of the role of the floater on the floor. So that's about really all I have is just make sure that everybody is on the same page. Keep the open lines of communication between not just yourself and the staff, but the client as well. Under promise, over produce, and provide them with the best atmosphere that you can for them to be able to get what they want out of the service. All right. You guys have a great day. Bye.